Hi there, I'm Martha Van Dam and this is Living Beyond. Today we're going to add a little bit more to the last video that dealt with dealing with big emotions. So this is number 2 in a series of dealing with emotions, particularly big and uncomfortable ones. In the last video, we talked about when you're having those emotions, instead of relying on what might be your old coping skills, which almost always lead us to pull away or fight the emotion. What I'm suggesting that you do is you lean into the emotion, and what I suggested that you do in the last video is invite it in for tea. Sit and have some tea with that emotion like you would a friend and ask it, what can I learn from this? What is this lesson in this emotion for me? And today I want to throw in one thought for you to add into your time of tea with your difficult emotions. And that is, I want you to fill in a couple of blanks in a sentence I'm going to give you. So I want you to imagine that you've written down on a piece of paper, in order for me to feel, fill in the blank. In order for me to feel like a failure. In order for me to feel worthless. In order for me to feel broken. In order for me to feel humiliated or exposed. Whatever the feeling is. That's the fill in the blank piece. In order for me to feel, fill in the blank, and you write in your feeling, then I must believe, fill in the blank. And I want you to sit with that for a little bit. This is why, while you're thinking about your emotion, you're not running from it, you're leaning into it, and you're being very curious. And so you're asking, you're saying to yourself, in order for me to feel, I'll use this as an example, in order for me to feel like a failure, then I have to believe. And you're going to come up with some very interesting things. Maybe like this. In order for me to feel like a failure, then I have to believe that all my worth was tied up in my job. In order for me to feel like a failure as a parent, then I have to believe I'm not allowed to make a mistake. In order for me to feel like a failure as a caregiver, then I have to believe caregivers are not allowed to get tired. Do you see? What will very often, not all the times, but what will very often happen is as you search for what is my inner belief that's pushing this feeling, and major lesson in all of this, there's always a belief that's pushing an emotion. It's not always wrong, but it's always a belief. So there's always that belief there. If we can land on it, sometimes, my experience has been a lot of times that belief will rise to the surface and we'll recognize, I don't even believe that belief. Where did I get that? Of course, we can play a little longer and go deeper to come up with where did we come up with that belief, and that can be helpful too. But this idea of in order for me to feel this, then I must believe that. So much value in that. And I would love to hear what comes out of that for you. So if you listen to this and you find value in it, whether it's been posted on social media or you're just listening to it on YouTube, I would love it if you would message down below what has come out of something for you, what you've learned about your beliefs and emotions. They are always connected. You can't have one without the other. And I'll be very fascinated to see what comes out of this for you. I know that I've discovered it is an exceedingly beneficial exercise that has freed me up from so many, either freed me up from a difficult emotion or allowed me to feel it, but without the sensation of maybe shame or failure. More of a sense of, okay, I'm sad that happened, and now I will move on. So I hope that for you, and looking forward to hearing from you. Thanks, and I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.